Frankly, my colleague has a question for you. Yes, Samina, go ahead, please.
Frank, you've discussed in quite depth about the values that you are promoting, which includes a sustainable fiscal policy. You've talked about importance of healthcare and education. My question for you is, how do you propose that the communities, as diverse we are in the province of Ontario, how do you propose the communities can get involved and their voice is actually going to be heard by the party if your party is given that opportunity?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that question. The fact of the matter is that what I want to do is invite people, first of all, to join our party, and when they do that, there is a purpose for them to be in our party. I want to engage people in helping us, first of all, to develop policy. In our party, we have a system where we invite people to participate with us, give us their ideas. Someone who is a business person or a professional, we have advisory councils, policy advisory councils, where we invite people to actually come forward with practical solutions that we can incorporate into our policy. So that's number one. We extend an open door to your listeners to participate with us in that regard. I also want to make this commitment to you that not only do I want our party to reflect the diversity in our communities through party membership and participating with us in that regard, I also want to make this commitment that as leader of our party and leader of this province after the next election, I want that diversity to be reflected in the government of Ontario. I want that diversity to be reflected in the good jobs that are in the government of Ontario. I want there to be no discrimination for people who are applying for government jobs. That is a commitment that I will make as well. And I want to see more members of this community running for public office, side by side, that they would stand as candidates and become members of the provincial parliament.
And when you're talking about sustainability of a government and a sustainability of the overall health of our communities, if I may ask, what is your approach towards the youth and their participation in politics within Canada and within Ontario as well?
Well, look, as a matter of fact, one of my priorities is to reach out to young people and remind them that politics and participation in politics is really all about them because it's about their future. And in fact, in this process, anyone 14 years of age and older can be a member of our party and can vote. What a wonderful way for young people to learn about the political process, to register as members of our party today and become engaged in that process. We also have young progressive conservatives. We have clubs right across the province of young people, people in universities who are getting together, and they're helping again to provide us with advice in terms of what policies are good for young people, what young people need. Share this with you if I can. One of the commitments that I am making, given the opportunity to be premier, is that young people who graduate from university or college or a trade school, for the first 4 years that they hold their job, there should be no provincial income tax payable by young people. And the reason for that is that young people already have loans, many of them tuition loans, but while they're trying to get started in a new career, in a new job, why should government begin to claw back income taxes at that very early stage of their life? I want young people to be able to be established and get their careers established. And I believe the best way that I can do that is by committing to them that the government of Ontario will support them in that by not collecting personal income taxes from them for the first 4 years when they get out into the real world.
I am very happy that you brought this subject up, that you will definitely do something and you will bring it down.
Well, absolutely. Look, again, we are in a recession. There are people losing jobs.
Yeah.
Businesses are having a hard time keeping their doors open. People are having a hard time paying their property taxes, and let alone property tax. They're having a hard time paying the groceries.
Yeah.
And now this Premier McGuinty wants to increase taxes on everything by an additional 8%. That is wrong. Given the opportunity to lead our province as Premier, I would immediately reduce that provincial sales tax rate so that the harm that's being done by Mr. McGuinty will be undone. So that is my commitment, and I'm going to continue to fight. Even now, in fact, I've been doing it in the legislature. I'll continue to do it, trying to convince the Premier not to go ahead with that terrible, terrible tax increase. But he's not listening. But I'm saying to your listeners, give us an opportunity to form the next government. And as leader, I will ensure that we will reduce that provincial sales tax rate that Mr. McGuinty is increasing.